Hello, everybody. I'm Elworth, and today we're going to be talking about some pretty important drama and pretty important stuff. Unfortunately, we have a lot to cover, so I have to jump straight into this. Suffice to say, we've had new information come out all about Dr. Disrespect, as apparently there have been a lot of allegations going around of some pretty heinous stuff. I want to start this video off by taking a look at this paused video. We're not playing this video, but this paused video so I could get access to a tweet, which I think is important. This tweet coming from June 26, 2020, from a supposed credible source of someone who is aware of what was going on behind the scenes at Twitch, which I think is really important. And this tweet from a guy named Rod Breslau said, "Look, for several hours now, I have been told from credible sources the reason Dr. Disrespect has been banned. However, due to the importance and sensitivity around the subject, I have refrained from going on it. I don't feel comfortable with it currently." So this was 4 years ago that this happened, when Dr. Disrespect got banned off of Twitch. And the main prevalent theory now, and the one that I've kind of beaten around the bush for, because we have to pass the 1 minute whatever mark for YouTube to be cool, is that Dr. Disrespect supposedly was using the whisper function on Twitch to message minors, to presumably meet up and do sexual things with them. So there have been, no one's said it officially, but I'm not afraid to say it. People have been saying he might have been a pedophile. He might have been someone who was attracted to children, which obviously is not good and should be shunned out of society, in my opinion. But hey, that's just me. Again, I didn't want to watch this video for the full clip, but I do recommend you watch this. I think it's a good video as well from Gold. But something I found interesting right away, everyone's talking about this old tweet from 2020. If you go to this guy's Twitter, you'll notice that there's nothing after February 14 of 2021. So he deleted the post. All right, so this guy clearly does not actually want to be involved with the drama that's going on, which is a bit concerning. However, that being said, if we scroll all the way back to the top, he says this little thing right here. He says, "I didn't lie," in reference to this original tweet where he was insinuating the bad behavior of Dr. Disrespect. Right, he says he didn't lie, and you notice there's people, talking, replying stuff. Dr. Disrespect the age of consent. I love that tweet. That's an awesome reply. But people are kind of calling him out because, interestingly, and this is important, you allegedly knew a terrible thing that happened involving a minor, and you refused to say anything for years while he kept on streaming, potentially doing the same thing to others. If anything, people should have no more respect for you as a journalist. So there's already some debate. Before we even get into the actual Dr. Disrespect stuff, there's some debate as to whether or not this should have been called out sooner. Now, I'm not familiar with the legal process. I don't know what happened behind closed doors, so I'm not really going to comment on whether or not this was a good or bad thing for this guy to bring up that he wasn't a liar from 4 years ago. I don't know what kind of contracts are going on. I don't know if there's NDAs signed. I just genuinely have no idea. But it would seem that the implication is that he obviously didn't lie, that this is true, and then the reason why he says it's a sensitive subject is, again, because he knew that Twitch knew that Dr. Disrespect was talking to minors with the whisper chat function, which is very scary. And Dr. Disrespect did leave this post on Twitter, and he had said something earlier, and I want to pull it up, but this is another important one. Let's skip to this. This guy, Cody Connors, he says that he got banned and caught for sexting a minor in the then existing Twitch Whispers product. This is where we got the evidence of that Dr. Disrespect was, sending messages to minors, which is really concerning. But the thing is that, again, we don't have any hard evidence. So obviously I'm not accusing anything for the record. I was just checking to see if there's anything else we need on the video, which we don't. So Dr. Disrespect made a reply. He did make a shitty reply, and this reply is slightly better, but my same points still stand. I don't feel I need to do 2 tweets for this. He says, listen, I'm obviously tied to legal obligations from the settlement with Twitch, but I just need to say what I can say since this is the fucking internet. I didn't do anything wrong. All of this has been probed and settled. Nothing illegal. No wrongdoing was found. And I was paid. Elden Ring Monday. So, essentially what we're finding... Oh, yeah, I love this. The comments that people post. I think it's absolutely hilarious, but we'll pause the GIF for the sake of your eyes. So yeah, he essentially gave the lawyer speak, saying essentially, hey, I settled out of court. We never even went to trial. There was no discussion. So I'm thinking this is kind of a scratch your back, I'll scratch my back. I'm thinking it's a situation where Twitch is like, hey, we know you've been sexting minors, and we're going to have to ban you. And then Dr. Disrespect was like, well, if you do that, then I'm going to say you guys are spying on all your content creators, and that you allowed a minor to be on your website. Ugh. So my theory, again, this isn't proven, but my theory is that likely they decided to settle out of court. They decided to, like Dr. Disrespect agreed to be banned off of Twitch in exchange for getting paid out for his full contract, which he admits he was paid, for the record. This isn't like some new revelation. He was paid. And like he said, this was probed and settled, guys. This was settled. This was not in court. No legal action happened. This is quite literally just showing that there was no trial. I don't know. I think it's, yeah. And he says nothing illegal. Probably the terms of the settlement were to say this stuff, saying he didn't do anything wrong and no wrongdoing was found. He uses this phrase a lot. And so he clearly just had a backdoor deal with Twitch. He got paid out for his full contract, and now he's on YouTube. Twitch, in return, got the respect of, although I'm not sure you'd want it now, but they got the respect of Dr. Disrespect to stay quiet about the fact that he's, well, frankly, aware that Twitch is watching what you say on Twitch. Although, who would have thought that, right? I don't know. Seems like Twitch really should just have outed the problem. But he didn't. He absolutely didn't, and that's a real shame. Because now it turned more people against him, and frankly, I'm waiting to see some hard evidence so I can be more like definitive. But I really heavily feel like he was talking to minors. I really do feel that. Why? Well, let's go look at some clips that recently came out, and then I want to show you the ultimate evidence, to me at least. So this was at the start of his live stream. Remember, he said in his post, Elden Ring Monday, so everyone was tuning in to see what he'd say. So let's give a quick listen. Sorry about the music, by the way.
Is it the game of the year?
Hold on.
For those that are looking for me to expand on this weekend, not gonna.
Right.
I already said what I needed to say.
Yeah, this stuff here. Yep.
I don't give a fuck about this guy.
Saying he doesn't care
That's
about
it.
this guy. Oop. Don't mute it. I'm dumb. I'm sorry.
So I do appreciate the donations. I do appreciate the messages.
Right. And he's doing the PR speech, talking up for the fans. And some people have been pointing out that there's a lot of
But I like to put it in fifth gear right off the rip.
Yeah, some people point out that there's a lot of dead space in the fact that he really he's trying to be very careful about what he says, I think. And I think it's important to understand that he's probably under some sort of contract, which are part of the terms of the settlement that he signed with Twitch, to say very limited things about this. So I don't know what kind of stuff he'll ever be able to say, but if it costs him his career, the question is it really worth it to stay quiet? Especially if he did nothing wrong, right? Here's the thing. If Dr. Disrespect did nothing wrong, wouldn't you be coming after him, and this guy, Cody as well? In fact, I'd actually more so want to go after Cody, I think, than go after, Rod, for the, the banning stuff. Personally, that's what I would do. If he's innocent, he should go straight for filing suit, and he should immediately win the case, essentially, because during discovery, when you share each other's evidence and stuff, the opponent would surely see that there's no evidence that he had done bad things with a minor. However, that's not true, because otherwise he would have done the lawsuit. Especially because, let's be honest, guys, this dude's fucking rich as hell. Truthfully, and I think he could stop streaming right now. He could give up his whole career, and I think he'd be just fine. He could get some other job if he needs it, but I bet you he has a lot of, if he's smart anyway, I bet you he has a lot of investments, and I think he's going to be okay. So this Rich, again, I'm not saying he is, but I allege that I think he's a pedophile. That's my own opinion, and that is not hard fact. But I really do believe that he's a pedophile, based on what I've seen. And why? Because if you come down to the end of the live stream here, he gets a message that we're going to review in a moment while he was playing. So look, see here, he turns and he gets a message, essentially, which I don't want to spoil, but it's at this point that he decides, I bet in this moment, that he's going to stop making content. I believe. He's trying to play the game, but he's not really paying attention. And he cuts to the menu, so, you know, I think anytime you have to pause the game to talk to your audience about an allegation, I would think you'd want to do it in full screen. You know, maybe that's just me, but I would want to bring myself up fully. I'm not going to do it because that glitches out the videos, but that's what I would do. Personally, that's a me thing. You're just reading whatever we got. We'll look at it in a moment. Because this side is where the info is, and this is the screen he's looking at. He's really thinking about it. You can tell he's really considering his options.
Waves, Mana. Welcome back. Welcome to the Champions Club. Jesse, appreciate the $50 donation. Only streamer I've ever donated to.
Yeah.
Thank you for the 50. Cameron Hartley, thank you for the 5. How come you have a cupcake but not... Roy, I'm feeling a little fatigued.
Okay. So this is where he starts talking. He starts building up his
I'll be
excuses.
honest, I'm feeling a little fatigued. Feeling a little fatigued. We came in here, champs. We came in here. High energy.
He's been streaming for 3 hours. I'm just going to point this out real quick. If you just go to his YouTube channel and you go look at his lives, he streams, guys, he streams for 8 hours, 11 hours, 7 hours. I mean, when's the last time we saw a stream from this guy that was 3 hours? Maybe this one, but this is almost 4. But this is like a weird golf thing. That's not even his regular content. Like, look at his regular content. His regular content does not, and I'm like, look, it does not go below 3 hours. And this guy's saying he's fatigued? No. He's not fatigued because of streaming. He's clearly fatigued because his life just essentially as a content creator ended.
But I'm telling you, man, I'm just...
I mean, not literally ended, but it's gonna.
I'm just feeling fatigued.
We're on the verge. So he says he's tired after 3 hours. Which, I mean, that would tire me out. Yeah, I would tire me out because I don't like streaming for that long.
Yeah, but I appreciate you guys showing up.
You know. I'm even doing a ceremonial...
I appreciate you guys showing up.
Goodbye to the last.
But I am serious when I say I'm feeling a little fatigued. You know? When shit like this happens over the weekend and it just kind of... It's like, how many times can I... I don't... Like, I'm actually tired of being on social media. And I've expressed that over the...
And for the record about the point about him being tired of being on social media, he didn't seem to have a problem with it at the beginning of the stream. He seemed to be down to just completely ignore what was going on and just enjoy playing the game. But it's clear that he had a change of heart when he got this. This is essentially the nail in the coffin. This right here is the evidence that I needed to make me believe he's a pedophile. So Midnight Society is a company that Dr. Disrespect is a co-founder of, and he just got axed out of the company. It says, on Friday evening, can we highlight? Yeah. On Friday evening, we became aware of an allegation against one of our co-founders, Guy Beam, I hope I'm saying that right, aka Dr. Disrespect. We assumed his innocence and began speaking with parties involved, aka Twitch. And in order to maintain our principles and standards as a studio and individuals, we needed to act, okay? For this reason, we are terminating our relationship with Guy Beam immediately. Again, I hope I'm saying his name right. While these facts are difficult to hear and even more difficult to accept, it is our duty to act with dignity on behalf of all individuals involved, especially the 55 developers and families we have employed, along with our community of players. And people are, of course, upset. There is no Midnight Society without Doc. Everyone's asking for evidence, but the Quartering here, and listen, I don't like the Quartering. I'm not a big fan of him, but he makes a good point. He says, obviously, you must have some pretty convincing evidence. This is wild, and that's fair. And I like this guy, Big Rob Andrew. He's like, and this game is officially dead before it even came out. Yeah. Without a shred of evidence presented to the public, this is a wild move. It's not wild because they can see the proof, and we don't know what is going on. And again, that's why everything here has to be alleged. But I'm kind of feeling that if your own company that you founded boots you out, it would make sense to have this kind of a reaction.
For the years, champ. So I just,
that's my thing.
I've always kind of hinted like it'd be nice to get off and just completely separate, right?
He only starts saying this shit as soon as he saw he got fired.
Live in Costa Rica or something.
Of course, he picks a country that's like, probably known for like hiding out. That's my theory. And what can he do, right?
I don't know.
He has no choice, really. Or at least he would have to pivot his kind of streaming career.
But I'm just feeling burnt out, I think.
And I don't normally show the chat live replay, but I think it's important for this one.
I came into this.
So it says, oh God, you can't really read it. Ooh. Let it play a little bit. The way it climbs up. Like there's people who are saying, minimize the chat, and your man Doc. This guy Ruckus says, you're the man Doc, don't let it bother you. People love to hate. So his fans don't seem to know what's going on, I think, which just goes to show how secretive everything has been. Again, I hope you're able to see this chat. I'll let you guys watch it as it goes through or something. I don't know.
When did we start streaming, champs? 2015, 16. Been doing this since 2009. Different scene back then. Having a good time. Playing the games that were fun to interact with and create content with. And over the years, it's just gotten, I don't know, like it's been drained out of me. It's being drained out of me. It's being drained out of my family and I.
Yeah.
And I just feel like, I had the mindset of let's just see what happens today. How are we feeling?
Yeah. She's essentially talking about his motivation.
I just
content creation.
I don't know.
Which is important, to be fair.
I'm just feeling burnt out.
When you're saying goodbye, it makes sense. Right? Am I crazy?
Maybe it's time to start something new. Something different. Challenge those creative senses. A desire to explore different realms, if you will.
And you notice people are still like paying and.
But I think the first and foremost, though,
stuff,
is
So it's not
I did
like
have
people don't like him, right? So not everyone
sort
knows
of a
what's going
planned
on
vacation coming
because
up
of the secrecy.
And I think I might just extend that starting now.
Yep. So he starts.
One of these.
He's gonna do that.
Let's take a step back. I mean, it is what it is. People get fatigued, right, champs?
Exactly. Of course, people get fatigued when you just get called out for.
And to be honest, I don't know how long. I know where my vacacion, how long my vacation is, but maybe I extend that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how long it is.
But I do appreciate you guys, champs.
And I think he means that. I mean, all his success comes from his fans. He's worked really hard. I'm not going to deny the kind of.
And look out for the socials. I'll keep you updated.
Yeah, and
when we'll be back.
This is
but I definitely need to take a break from.
Important. He's going to update
kind of
his
from
social
everything.
Media stuff. So,
you know?
I expect that we're going to get some important lawyer shit happening soon, which I think is really important. Because he said he's going to update his socials. He says he's going to keep his fans up to date, but I'm not so sure about that. I think we're going to have radio silence for a while. That's my guess.
Start a podcast? I think what I'm most interested in, and believe it or not, champs, because obviously when you're a top tier gamer like me, when your gaming skill set is just incredible, and you know you look like this, you know, why wouldn't you want to be in front of the camera all the time? But I'm kind of I'm exhausted in being in front of the camera. I'm exhausted being on.
He's only exhausted because he got fired. He's trying to make it seem like he's doing this because he wants to, which he's not. He's doing this because he feels if he doesn't stop now, things are going to get worse. And that sucks. You know, that sucks for him. Not for me as an audience member, though. For me, this is fucking entertaining because we're getting a pedophile deplatformed. That's fantastic. Spreading some actual justice for once. You know, well, not for once, but, you know, we're getting them. We're getting them. Because here's the thing. Even though we haven't seen the evidence, remember this tweet. The Midnight Society got rid of him. He's just gone. Like, they don't want him. They don't want anything to do with him. He has been removed from their company. What more can I say? I mean, that is the that is the evidence, right?
Socials.
For me. That's what I needed.
The industry's changed so much.
Right. Sure, industry's
just
changing.
So much different energy out there, negative energy and clashing, and from everything that we've experienced since we've started this whole journey together. You know what I mean, champs?
And what does he mean he gets tired of social media? It's his whole career. Like, even 10 hours ago, that's when he did the Elden Ring live tweet. He posts so regularly. You know? He advertises. I mean, he has a lot of money. He's paying for these cool graphics and stuff. Sorry. I don't know. I think there's a lot of missed opportunity for this guy. He really could have done better if he had handled this properly. But since everything got settled out of court, it left him room to be exposed like this, I think.
And I'm just like, when I go outside, I just feel so much better. When I remove myself, I just feel,
He's having a midlife crisis.
What the hell is this?
I think he's or panicking as well. He could be panicking. This could be a mental breakdown.
So that's all I'm going to say.
There could be a lot going on. He's trying to keep it chill.
Keep playing, Doc. We don't care. The fuck? Okay.
His fans who are diehard fans.
And thank you for the $25 donation.
I mean,
Big Bearded Scotsman, welcome. Payback, thank you for the 46 months.
The fact that people are still joining.
Champs, I'm going to call it right there.
You know, even as
a little short one. We've accomplished some things, but I think more importantly, we need to step away.
Mm-hmm. What do you guys think? I know there's no hard evidence.
I think when I say step away, I think, I mean, I'm going to have to. Either have to relay this to the Midnight Society, but
When he mentions the Midnight Society, he's like, hey, I'm going to let the Midnight Society know that I'm not doing it. You know, it's really tough, you know. Everyone's like upset, you know. And they're all talking about the future of Dead Drop, this game that Doc was making and stuff. And this guy's saying, just hope you've seen the proof, acting otherwise irresponsible. Yeah, everyone's asking like what the facts are, you know. Yeah. Everyone's just talking about how they think it's innocent until proven guilty. And you know what? I think that there's a lot of shit behind closed doors that we don't know. I think that this kind of an action is the evidence for me that I needed to prove that he's a pedophile. To me, that convinced me that he's a pedophile. Everything before this, I wasn't sure because there's no evidence. And you know me, I try and be skeptical. I try and be non-biased. I try and really do look at his situation because I don't want him to be falsely accused. Like, that's screwed up, right? Like, if he's innocent, he should be suing the guys who made these false claims, and he should honestly probably be suing his own company for removing him from it under false pretenses. I mean, I think that there's all kinds of stuff you could do. Doc has a lot of money. He has the capability to do things. So the fact that he's not doing that and instead he's like cowering, like, oh, let's back away. I think that really just goes to show the truth behind everything that's being said.
Maybe I step away from there too. Just completely remove myself from the scene.
Surprised YouTube hasn't commented.
That's what I need to do.
Actually, has YouTube commented? No, but they will, I bet.
I mean,
if it gets proven. I can feel it.
Right?
You can see YouTube kicking him off the platform too. But we'll see.
Champs.
Maybe he'll go to kick.
Take all the time you need, says Layer Cake. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Give me back my dog! Okay. Don't be a pussy. God damn it. I'm telling you, it's fatigue.
He's saying it's fatigue.
Tired.
But that's bullshit.
Wanting to just kind of move away from the limelight.
Because look at all these advertisements.
Ultimately, that's what
look
it's
at
about.
all the advertising he did beforehand. It's not fucking
You know what I mean,
fatigue.
champs?
I don't believe it. I'm sorry.
Damn, now what? I mean, shit, there's 50 million other streamers you can watch right now.
And he says you can go watch other people.
It's getting old, yo.
completely giving up at this point.
What's getting old?
I feel.
Get the break. Respect it, Doc.
Like,
okay, I appreciate that.
You know. And it's tough to see, you know, when a big streamer
It's getting
falls.
old. You're not alone. That's not very nice. You don't like me? It's time to drive into the sunset, says Swervin. Oof, man, I like your style. It might be time to drive in the sunset, champs.
I think he's giving up at this point.
I appreciate all of you. Appreciate all the commitments, the recommitments. Please, do me a favor. Enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy the rest of your week.
I can tell he's really torn up about this.
And we'll see you soon.
Yeah. He wants to say so much. You can tell.
Yeah.
From the lip movements.
Yeah.
I can feel it. And then he cuts to a weird ending. I want to point out one of his friends, Tim the Tatman, has said nothing, even though he's also playing Elden Ring. Like, see what I mean? They had this big thing where everyone in their company was working together to advertise this, right? I'm waiting to see if Tim responds, just because I know Tim does a lot of his stuff with Doc, so I'm waiting for that. But, I mean, come on, guys. Like, for me, this is all the evidence I need to at least know that behind the scenes there's enough evidence. That's how I view it. Obviously, everything's still allegations publicly. Obviously, I'm not claiming that he is, in fact, for sure a pedophile. But I feel emotionally that he very likely is, based on this exact tweet right here. Kind of tells me everything I need to know. And I don't know if you agree or not. Please be nice in the comments. I've noticed in the most recent drama videos I've been doing, some of you guys have been getting a bit feisty. Just remember, we're trying to be cool and chill and have a good time exposing bad people who do bad things. As always, guys, I am El Werfy, and I will most definitely be seeing you guys next time. Please subscribe if you haven't already. It really does help the channel. And make sure to watch more content. Like, I got all kinds of cool content coming out. So take care, everyone, and I'll definitely see you guys next time.